Hey, welcome to this Android channel, and we are on videos explaining the settings of your Android device. Different types of settings available, and lots of information on these settings. So we're trying to explain as many settings as possible. We hope that it covers the settings that you might want to have more information about. So we did a video explaining basically the different types of settings. We did a video explaining the different wireless and ways to connect to networks. Now we have another piece of information here about the wireless networks and the internet. One thing you might want to know about connecting is that there are several ways of connecting to networks, and some of them require different types of connection. Wi-Fi is usually direct. Most cases will be also direct in the data networks of your cell provider, but in the connections you also have what is called VPN. If you work for a company and have to access the information of your local network of that company, you will need to set up what's called a VPN. A VPN is a virtual private network, and it's one of the most secure ways of connecting to the outside world, because you're basically in your own little data tunnel that's encrypted and that nobody else can see. So it's available on Android devices into your network settings. For the use of a VPN, you have to set a lock screen PIN or password. It's very important, because if you don't, and if you don't set a password on your phone or your mobile device, what's going to happen is that anybody can use your VPN and access that information. So the first thing it's going to ask you, well, if you want to access a VPN profile, you have to set a lock screen PIN or password. So when it asks you for that, you'll click OK, and you'll click PIN or password depending on what you want. You can click PIN or password, enter a password of some sort or a PIN number of some sort, which is going to give you more of a private use of your device, which is always what we want. So for example here, I'll put it really simple, ABCD. Don't put ABCD, please. It's really a bad password. The only reason I'm putting that is because I don't want to have a password and I'll actually remove it. Put something complex. Once you have your PIN, then you can click your VPN profile. And there you'll have the name of the VPN profile, the type of connection, and you'll have to enter the server address of your VPN. And all that information is usually given to you by the company. The tech guy of your company is going to give you that information of what type of connection you need to use. So you'll select it here. Most of the connections are on PPTP. And then you'll have at the bottom here the server address that you'll be entering, and you'll save that information, and that's gonna give you access to your VPN network, whatever company you might be working for. A VPN is also a great way to actually go on the web and use, for example, different areas. I would say, for example, here in Canada, one of the very popular uses of VPNs is to access US video and information. A lot of people don't know that, but for example, if I try to access PBS videos, the public network in the United States, it's gonna tell me, I'm sorry, you cannot view this video because you're not in the area that it's intended for. Because it knows that I'm in Canada. So a VPN is a great way to actually make believe that you are in the United States. So you can actually buy yourself a VPN connection on the web. Lots of companies offer VPN connections. And what happens is that if you browse the web through your VPN connection, it will state that you're in that country. An example, I buy a VPN from a US based company. If I go and watch that PBS video again through my VPN, then it's going to say, oh, okay, we're going to play the video, you're in the US. So this is one use of VPN. Another use of VPN, of course, is to have a connection that's secure with your data. So an example, you can use a VPN to access your own computer. And so you'll know that when even if you're on a Wi-Fi network, an unsecured Wi-Fi network, nobody can see through the VPN what you're doing because it's secured and it's encrypted, and you can access your own data through it. So these are, different usage of VPNs. Apart from that, you can use what's called portable hotspot. What does that mean? It means that your own phone becomes a Wi-Fi hotspot. That's really cool if you have a laptop computer, for example. If you have a tablet that does not have data from a cell carrier. What happens with setting up a portable Wi-Fi hotspot is that you basically use your cell phone data connection, and your phone or your mobile device becomes a Wi-Fi router that sends that signal around you, and you can use your device. For example, I do this very often because I sometimes need to use my laptop computer. I'm a tech guy here in Montreal. If I need to use my computer in a situation where the internet doesn't work or it's too slow, then what I'll do is turn on my Wi-Fi hotspot on my phone and go on the internet with my laptop computer through my phone. And it works with all laptops. You can use your Windows laptop, your Mac laptop, whatever. If you have a tablet that has Wi-Fi, you can match the tablet to your phone. So for example, I have an iPad. I can match my iPad with my phone. So it's a great way to actually have the internet almost anywhere where cell connections work. So portable Wi-Fi hotspot available, and it's in the wireless and networking area of your device. Mobile networks, this is the data and information of your mobile settings. Basically all the settings of your carrier. And finally you have PPPOE, and that is where you connect to, for example, if you have a DSL provider, sometimes we'll have what we call PPPOE, which is a protocol of connection where you have a username and password. Some ISPs require the username and password to connect. Most of the time it's through a physical Ethernet connection. So if you need to have a username and password, this is where you'll enter all that information on the PPPOE information there. So that's the ways that you can connect through the internet, and the ways that you have available in your settings to connect either to a service provider or maybe to a virtual private network, a VPN account in Android. And it's all there in the settings under wireless and networks. If you enjoyed these videos, please subscribe to our channel. If you have any comments, questions on what you've seen, let us know. Maybe you have a video that you'd like us to talk about, some feature of Android, let us know also. We'll try to put that video. You'll be helping others at the same time. And hope you come back to this Android channel. Bye-bye.